Oh well, hello people of YouTube and Internet, I'm TVP, back with another thumbnails for my thumbnails. So I got enough materials for my thumbnail making and even start working on some new thumbnails. Again, considering the fact I 10 days to upload for every video I make, so we will wait 10 days until I upload. And if you wonder what about the head, I get a haircut. I talk about it in my reaction video, but again, I think the video where I talk about getting a haircut will not get uploaded after a couple of days. But it's very close to uploading it, so I get a haircut. Not one to my liking. Well man, okay, it's look fine. Right from this angle it's kinda looking fine-ish. But the reason why I'm doing this pic, not because I freaking hate it, although if I do hate it, it's not as flexible as I used to like. I used to like making haircut, and I think in my old haircut I have more way flexibility of what to do with this haircut. Like, move it this way, it's look different, have this little thing here. Yeah, actually when I was thinking about removing this thing here, and plus again cut a little bit from the back. And now I'm freaking... I think I used to have super long hair for so long, that not having super long hair is like freaking unusual feeling for me. Like that's why my neck is constantly chilly. And like, yeah, I don't know, like, for some reason it's constantly ticklish me. Like for some reason when I'm not wearing this thing, it's constantly ticklish me. Like, I'm not sure what tickling me. It's tickling me in a place where my hair never tickled me before. Well, they are short right now, so they probably touched a place where I never touched before. So, probably because this place was never touched, I know freaking irritated constantly. And man, actually this thing does help, because when I put this thing on, it stopped tickling. So, I think somewhere, this part is somewhat ticklish me. But I don't know what tickling me, but somewhere it's ticklish. And so, I just wear this hood for now. Honestly. And I kinda was going, and I don't know, like I was thinking about removing just this part, and somehow I was to decide, do I need the back or not. Apparently I do need the back, I freaking used to the back. And also this thing, what can I do this time? I don't know, I think mostly with this hood I just put it more, yeah, mostly I would put, I don't know where to put it, I'm not sure with this hood. So, yeah, I totally hate on this hairstyle. Well, much more, I see it's not as bad, but again, for the feeling and for the way I feel this haircut, I bloody hate it. Appearance fine, feeling is zero, and plain uncomfortable. Maybe I will get so used to this, because again I remember the first time I cut my hair and decided to keep them very long. I also was not familiar with this feeling on the back, but then I enjoy very longer hair for very long. And this one, maybe I'll get used to, but again we'll probably next time do something. No, basically do the same thing I did before. Get them very long and just cut them only a little bit, not this radical. And for now we'll just wear this little hood. It's something like prosthetic. Oh man, I don't know, like, it was really plain and comfortable, and I decided to wear a hat to bloody, I don't know, like, get my comfortable feeling. And I did get it, I like working with this thing. Sometimes I work with a friend of people, but some people actually wear very unique hats in public and that stuff. And like, even in building. Although I usually was taught that building you're usually supposed to take your hat off. Well no, actually I remember I used to want to have a gimmick. Well, I mean I used to have this beautiful scarf, which I also want to record with. But it has some letters from my original country, and I decided maybe it will be just a simple giveaway where I live, where I decided not to wear the scarf. I also want to have a boner for hats. Like have it a gimmick of my channel that I like hats. I do like hats, but again, I think I usually not wear hats personally. Like in gaming, it's nice aesthetic and nice gimmick. And I think it's die up pretty quickly, almost because where the game I actually wear hat. I mean, in Jack Smith I acknowledge the existence of hat on characters. In Battle for the King, characters wear hats and I give them unique hats. So that's kinda also hat related. But for other things I don't think I ever give. I give Michael. Franklin a cap. But then he just took it off, and what's the point of design dressing a character if he's just gonna take it off after a couple of days? Or maybe after a mission. I don't know, like, decided not to do anything special with this thing. On this note, let's just get to my thumbnails. Again, like usually, some of them will be cheap, some of them will be nice, some of them will be super nice. But most again, the background will be poorly, the characters mostly will work for characters. I will say it's like will not be the best of the works, well, dependable, we'll see. I don't even remember what thumbnail I did here. Some days I again have to pass. And plus again, some days will still pass, because again, before I actually get to upload this video. I just get to the drawing process already, shall we? Okay, so for the Bible people, it's fun for Bible people. Again, I played this again, well, 100%. Well, mostly just continue the game because this game have continuation, the next level and the secret level. And also, yeah, again, this game, the first time was really emotional, the second time less emotional. I mean, the next time I was bringing back all the dead people, so maybe it's one reason why it was less emotional. Because I was fixing my mistake and it was like very easy to fix solution. Not say the characters should be dead and all be killed, although I'm still not sure are they actually being killed or not. Well, for this one it was less emotional, but again, let's say Bubble People is a game I like. I mean, I would say not I freaking love. Because again, the second time I played it, it was... Man, it's gonna feel like just simple playing the game, like without getting into the story. But the first time it was bloody amazing. And yeah, emotions still will always be there. It still was a really strong emotional hit. And I would say that the game still will be enlightened for a while until I forget this game. Actually, the creator of this game followed me, but I think I did the same point in when I was playing the part 2. But I think honestly, yeah, I still have someone followed me. And Aston creators actually acknowledge my existence. Actually, Paratopia creators acknowledge my existence. For other people, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, and also the Ink Tank acknowledge my existence. Well, how much acknowledge? The creator of Bubble People follow me, which is, again was very nice to my heart. The Paratopia one comments to my video, which again, I'm not sure, maybe they just saw me and I don't know, they probably watched because again they say thank you for liking the game, so they kinda watched in some bit where I was complimenting the game, so they know I was complimenting the game in this part. No, I think I was complimenting this game from in the middle, so they watched to the middle, because again I remember totally commenting on about liking the game in the middle, because in the middle I was enjoying this part. In the first comment I probably said something, I see it as defense the grid and something else. Also, it's Talia, the creator of Soul DC and Perfect Vermin, like my drawing, but again it's more like creator just see a drawing of themselves and I just... lovely. I love it. And then also who else? Well, Ink Tank. Although if I Ink Tank also maybe could be all those people who just see a drawing of themselves and they like it no matter what. And what else? Well, for this one, again, the idea of this one will be the fact that... Okay, did I actually feel sorry for this guy? I don't remember. Almost I would hate killing people and hate them people kill themselves. So, in this game he actually killed himself, unless I would assume. Again, it's not sure which one is supposed to take as reality and which one is supposed to not take as reality. In this game it's abstract-ish. With this one, characters just popped himself and I was thinking maybe should just offer redemption arc. Like, I mean, he did bring people back from the existence. Although he did kill them. And again, question, if you kill them then they come back to life. It is, no, probably still should be charged. Although you have power to come bring people dead from the dead. So people will bloody use its ability. And for myself, decided to draw myself again in this art style, actually begging him not to do this, that again bring up the point of killing people and then return them to life. And what else can I say? Well, not much. I mean, it was very fast drawing and again in the simple area. Although trying to draw myself in the art style of Bubble People. Again, I think I just drawing the type, like the way the art style is. But in Bubble People it's way different, like the line is a little bit more different. And maybe physics, like I would say when I draw art style challenge, it's usually like physics is slightly more different. But for this one, for next one, it will be my reaction to how it feels to play from Lazy Purple. Actually, this scoot is kind of growing on me, it's kind of feel nice. Plus again, it's one of those hats which I actually can wear with headset. I used to have a cowboy hat, which I also want to be part of my gimmick. But I couldn't place it nice on my head because of headset I used to have before. Way before even than this headset, I used to have 3 headsets in my life. The first one, which I asked because I want to be a YouTuber since I was a child, but I never used them to be a YouTuber, I just use them as headset. Then this one, which I actually start making YouTube videos with. And this one, because this one get one of these things broken. Actually, this hat is kinda look nice, maybe I'll keep it and sometimes bring it up as a gimmick. Okay, so for this one it was a reaction for Lazy Purple, and again video how to play, I'm not sure remember what it was, the 2 classes, and then problems of animating an NsBR project. Well, I'm, as a creator, also have some problems with my working systems. Not that often, but sometimes there are some problems which is either my doing or just system glitching. But again, the one problem I face the most is when my video... Actually, nah, I'm not sure which one I face the most. I think most of them I faced in the same time. Like either I forget that I cannot record on some quotes and it will just not be able to catch up. And then I forget that And sometimes the voice glitches, sometimes the video itself glitches and some moments in the video are missing and I can't like export it, so I just have to fix it. Or sometimes, what else I can deal with problems? Also with Krita, man, my Krita sometimes like shut up when I'm drunk after save. With DaVinci I use for montage, usually pretty old chill. But most I decided to go with my video not able to play, so I decided to find this image of a video not able to play and decided to turn it animated to person, which will be scaring me with his finger gesture. And me, actually it's one of the nice drawing. I like the way I did myself and background is also pretty simple-ish. It's just my floor, which again the same color and the same pattern. Well, just more thick lines, what I have to say. My carpet, which is super fluffy. And again my curtains, which I usually just show as my wallpaper. This one again, it's actually one of the nicest one, but again also one of the simplest one. Although there's some nice work put into this one. Although again my characters I used to draw, so I usually draw them super fast. The background was also very simple. This thing just find the image and read some fingers. But again, for the body positioning and that stuff, and most generally it's super nice. Some drawings can be really cheaply made, especially when I have no idea what I'm doing. For this one, and not much can say. So, for next one, let's go ready to play it now. Okay, so the next gameplay session of Mimpi Storage Vault. Yes, I played Mimpi Storage Vault. And once again, it was first game from the game Jolt. And after a couple of days I registered to a lot of game platforms. One of them being Itch.io and Game Jolt. I actually registered to them at the same time. Because I have games and again, okay, back then the Mimpi Storage was only on Game Jolt, so to get I have to get the Game Jolt. But then get to Itch.io's. But again, pretty sure the Game Jolt have some games which not on Itch.io as well. I don't know if I ever make games, I'll probably put them both on Itch.io and Game Jolt as well. So it's like what I would do. But I think in Game Jolt you cannot play on the browser. Maybe you can play on the browser. I never made a game that you can play on the browser. The Game Jolt games I have only the Mimpi Storage Vault, for others I have to download them. But for other stuff, and I also registered to a couple other platforms such as Newground and lots of them. Well, not lots, but free, but again, every one of them is pretty longish. And again, I all did it thanks to the games. Okay, for the latest one I didn't want to register, but it started giving free games. And I could miss such good deals. So for this one, because in this game my characters are pretty loud steps, and I guess have a tendency to stuck indoors. Because again, my games usually so bad quality of frames that I just can't freaking fit through doors because I hit the wall sides. So the idea will be my characters is fat, which again I would say my canon now because I kinda consider my characters to be fat. Because in fact he puts donut into storage, and again because I sometimes stuck, so my canon will be the character is actually a real life fat guy. And once again we don't have lots of fat protagonists in games. Well, there is game which Nightmare and we have to die to get the next level and lots of references. This is kinda fat protagonist, but mostly we don't have lots of fat protagonists. It's again one of the simpler drawing with my OC, with small pupils to show terror, and drawing him pretty fetish. Which again very simple to do, and plus again for background it's just the door and grey. For Mimpi is also very simple design, although okay, like there's been like only 3 Mimpi design I saw. Mimpi, why I stuck with this finger, and that's why I just ended up with middle finger out. Mimpi from Bendy and Ink Machine where he stick figures and already draw him once, which is not super nerd but draw him. Bendy and Dark Revival where he's chibi mode, and this one where he's 3D, I don't very simple 3D, but again, did I do it nicely? Or maybe draw his like more like a sausage with this, again in protection line, and maybe his limbs are way more slender. I just draw him, well I mean I don't mind the way I draw him right now, plus again Mimpi is very simple design. But there's also Puppet Mimpi, which again, a Puppet Mimpi which is more like a puppet instead of this one, and Mimpi from Shadow Bandit, but Shadow Bandit Mimpi is like a poster, and I think it's exactly like a Bandit from original Bandit design, so it's basically the same design of Mimpi. So for this one, very simple, not much can say. Did a little bit knuckle, did him dragging him from the door, but still cannot be fitting, and the scary monster is running behind him. And again, that's kinda it. So for this one, let's go to the next one right bloody now. Interestingly, I can only say much about my Bubble People drawing, or because I like Bubble People and like to return to this one. I have lots of things to say about Bubble People. So for this one, it was me reacting to HELLUVA Boss, the season 2nd, fully blind reaction, where I have emotions. And I say the first season I watched without emotion, and I was kind of disappointed because it's a show where I would like to have emotions. And I watched it without emotion, so I was kind of concerned that I'm not an emotional guy. but the second season kinda surprised me because I was sad, almost discomfort with Baby still scene where the Blitz was stealing from him, the scenes from Serious Talk from episode 2 where Luna and Octavia was talking and have some serious talk going up, and season 3 with Moxie dead and actually being one of my favorite seasons in the whole series. Like I watch it from every reactor YouTubers I can possibly find and still watching. Whenever there's a new guy, I bloody watch it. It's my favorite episode now. Well, it's because of seriousness and horniness inside of it. So it's like a mixture of both things I like. And for this one, yeah, I was surprised, so decided to draw myself, well, my negative, my moody self having tears, because again, he like the most scary when I'm looking and he like accidentally one of the emotional well. Positive me will point fingers and be in the meme position. Negative me will question the horny me, what he doing. The greedy me will just point fingers, and the horny me will bloody lick his face because I want him to do something for me. And for this one, again, very simple because most I didn't have any ideas what to do. Well, in this episode they were in human world and they were in childhood, so what should I draw? I'm not sure. Maybe I should draw something of original characters instead of my OCs. Like, I will probably do it for the next thumbnail of Hello Boss I do. Because again, I did react to only episode 1 and episode 2, because when this actually came up, there was no episode 3. So this still will come from the thumbnail for episode 3. You just have to wait and see. Oh, wait and see and you find it all. But for this one, what can I say? Well, it was very simple, just my simple OCs in same art style I usually draw them. Just different position. Did I know position or not, I cannot tell. Most for this stuff, I have to look closer. So for now, Hello Boss surprised me pretty nicely. I don't have no idea why I reacted well in the first episode, in the first season. I think there was like only emotional scene at the end of the series. Oh no, maybe like the final episode of the final season, there are actually like lots of emotional moments, like a weird conversation of Stolas cheating on his wife. Now we all know why he cheated, because never was love, and that he canceled with his daughter. Although in this episode of Lululand there was some emotional talk, I don't know, this moment was not very saddish. I think maybe acknowledgement of sadness, but not real sadness. I thought of maybe I would say after this moment I kinda get more emotional, because in fact I kinda feel sad to zoophobia moment once. Which again yet not uploaded and it will just get uploaded. Well, not yet, a couple of days and again will get uploaded. I feel emotion from zoophobia. It was a very confused emotion and I'm not sure, should I... Okay, with Hello Boss it's kinda like I'm supposed to feel emotion, I kinda get concerned that I don't feel emotion. With zoophobia it's kinda the show where it's opposite, where I felt emotion where I thought I should not have emotions. And I've been questioning myself. So I question myself about my emotionality in a both ways. Sometimes I feel like I'm not emotional at all, and sometimes I feel like I'm way too emotional. For moments where I can like not be emotional. So for this one, what can I say? Well, again, lots of characters. When I draw like full character's body, but then which get cut by the other characters. I see it's all pretty janky lines for the some removable lines. Most of the hair lines really pretty funny, and again, lots of text, only little text bubble. I think I could maybe put something for no, it will be just a nice text bubble. You can tell what he's saying by his face expression. Let's start drawing teeth for my characters. Well, sometimes forget about this one, but most start drawing teeth for characters because it looks so nicer. And again, decide to go with much thicker eyebrows. I would totally decide to make it my official art style. Okay, maybe sometimes we'll forget because it's maybe like will be my beards. Because sometimes I do forget my character's beards. And maybe sometimes I will forget to make thicker eyebrows. Just going with simpler, thinner eyebrows. Although, yeah, we'll go with this probably. So don't get mad at me if I forget of eyebrows. Well, eyebrows is I think I can be forgiven. The thing I cannot forgive is a beard. And that stuff. So for next one, let's bloody go right bloody now. Okay, so the next is gameplay session of Mimpi Dreams, and I finished this game. And just one level and that's it. So it was like very short gameplay session. Most for these ideas I have nothing because I was a kingdom. And I think I didn't say something special, so again the name come up from the things I did in the gameplay session. I beat the game by this, I would say, troll. If I have to give him a race, I would probably give him a race of trolls. Because again, it's like the one race which can be hairy and, well, yeah, I would totally make him troll. And for this one, okay, this one it was weakish. Well, because again, mostly, I think maybe didn't know the perspective. So I decided to draw the goblin, the troll king sitting on his throne with Mimpi and then playing chess, because I did play chess in this game. Well, how much chess? It just was chess where you can have to pick one of the, how they call, pieces, and one of them can each other. Like, they do same pieces against each other, while one of them eat each other, and again another each other one. So just win by spamming. And I make exactly opposite, that I win by spamming. So here, okay, I can net his chair. Like for his chair, I didn't net him. For some perspective, I like doing this. Some perspective, I to do this some perspective. From here, yeah, I decided to be close to the original one, with minuses of me being not perfect with replicated stuff. So I will never be art here. Although it depends on what art even is. And which is exactly the definition of it, I'm not sure. But luckily I cannot do perfect copies, so have to do it. With his fully colored nose and eyes, with the tips, and again small arms. With Mimpi, okay, kind of Mimpi is supposed to look from this perspective, which is something like this, which I like to do. But I think I didn't nail it, and it's like looking like this and from the back. Well, not back, even slightly like this. For other stuff, well, mostly the background it will be the castle, another chair, and again some bones pieces I decided to draw. And to the original, instead of like fully copying and then copy pasting, like drawing one of them is the figures, the others being different, like because I want to do some difference and miss spamming actually. And then try to figure out how to place it nicely, because with fonts I have no idea how to do them respectively nice, so I will fix them constantly. For the things, decided to draw eyes to, I don't know, like Mimpi with eyes is much nicer to me than Mimpi without the eyes. Plus again, okay, whenever I like to draw characters from this perspective, kind of thinking like they're missing lots of things. Mostly because I just draw the back of the head and the ear, but no eyes and no noses, and I feel like it's hard to tell. Well man, it's like simple, and I think it's like the whole point of this one to be that simple and easy to make. With pieces, maybe they're in the wrong positioning. I just draw them from vision of behind and looking at front. Although maybe they should turn a little bit. And also, yeah, I don't know, like for that stuff, not much to say. This gameplay session, I will return to Mimpi Dreams one day when I get the DLC. Like there's DLC plus one DLC coming more. And again, it's kind of DLC I can probably get, but we will see in the future. Or maybe have to do some challenges. Okay, maybe do challenges and we'll get the DLCs. I can see this way. So for Mimpi Dreams, okay, for background decided to go very simple. Did he have this line? Wait, did I miss something? I think he have something like a liner here on his mouth. What the hell that's supposed to be? Maybe some mispaint? Wait, why I draw this line? Did I even draw this lines? Did I miss something? Maybe when I was coloring there was like this imperfection of who knows. We'll have to look into this one. Maybe it's a glitch or maybe it's actually there. Let's have to notice. Well, okay, well, background it's very simple, and again, it's one of the simplest one. Well, not the bad one, but again, simple. Maybe lots of things I can add on. I have no idea what to add on. Maybe some patterns. I don't think his castle, I don't think his castle don't have patterns. Like his castle is perspective for looking, well, 2D perspective, like in the games. So you don't see the floor, but you see the walls, but I decided to add some bricks to the wall. Because again, I don't want to draw a full brick wall. And this bluish, I'm not sure what his bluish is supposed to be. I don't even remember how his castle look. Well, again, I have to remember everything that's going on in my games. Like, I usually just remember something specific, but I'm pretty sure I can play any games I played already, and I will still get surprised by things I forgot. Because again, my memory is not that good. But then consider the fact I have so much blend reactions, and they still bloody surprise me with stuff. Because I bloody forget all the stuff there was. So for this one, what can I say? For this one, going for next one right bloody now. Okay, so the next joke is fun for my reaction of Have a Nice Day, which I consider the game with the best design ever. Enemy design is bloody awesome. The attack is bloody awesome. I fall in love with this game. Okay, I fall in love with this game the first time I saw it. It's like one of the reasons I decided to react to it, because I saw some moments of the reaction, well, of the video, and I fall in love with this game and decided to react to it. Okay, some couple of days have passed and I didn't check this game update, so I just didn't want to spoil my reaction. I even didn't watch the game at all. But when I watched the trailers, I bloody fell in love with this game, and like, it was bloody awesome. And plus again, start searching it, and okay, I would say I didn't watch the gameplay footage. Kinda planning on, but again, it would be nice to play myself, although I have to buy it. Although I'm not sure will I be able to gameplay it, because again, to gameplay it I need actually to even get on my computer or holding it out of space. It's like way too awesome with the game. Although sometimes games simple can also be, well, heavy, but again not that heavy that some other games. Like GTA is like the heaviest game I have. With others being nice looking, but again not that heavy. And others being not so nice looking, but again not, well, okay, not so nice looking, it's like saddish fact. But with some I can expect why they're so little. So for this design I can't decide to draw myself, like, rising his nose. Okay, as you can see earlier, I was going with different design, but I couldn't figure out how to do it because I want to something like this, but I couldn't figure out how to draw my nose and how to do it in this design. So I decided to do the simplest one. Maybe just raising this high, you can see inside of my nose, and again a little bit of hair, basically screaming character design because it's a thing I bloody like about this game, and they think I freaking in love with this game. You can even consider I kind of cosplaying the dev right now because I have this freaking dev hood, but it's come from the mask of the Scream guy. Like, you know, the Scream. The Ring. Nah, the Ring is a different movie. When the guy called from the inside of the house and then this white face of the ghost face. Yeah, his name is Ghostface. Sorry if the white part of the ghost face and keep this part as my prosthetic hair. Let's call it prosthetic hair. I'm gonna look like a Grim Reaper right now. Because I have a black shirt, which will look nice with this one. But now I'm cleaning it. So for now it's invalid. So I just will mix some colors of black and yellow. So a kind of sun/life with black/death. Kinda nice. But again, with this one it's like very simple, but again, I tried to make it complicated, but complicating it means it will be hard to make. And so I decided I could not pull out what I originally wanted, so I decided to do what I can do. Also again, with this one I have no much ideas. I kind of was thinking about doing myself an art style of how happy death. Have a nice death. But again, it's simple art style, but again, mostly I need more reference drawing, and I didn't want to spoil everything. Plus again, mostly I would like to draw myself in the costume of happy death. But then again, get too complicated. Maybe I should draw my next self will probably not scream like this. It's probably like a positive thing to do. Only positive thing. I think only positive thing can do this thing. Like screen and do this position. For other characters, they probably just say, nice, or something similar to this one in their style that what they usually do. But the next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is again one of those thumbnails I have no idea what to draw and just find something cheaty. Because I watched Alphabeta New Year special or Christmas special, and so I decided to my positive self would make a gift for negative self. He doesn't have to make thumbnails, so it would just splash of colors with my CSS, which again I found the easiest thing to draw, especially when I'm not in so much different position. So it's like cheating. I decided to cheat and not do something special, just draw what I can draw easily, but I can always draw no matter what. The other stuff, okay, my positive self kind of look okay. I think I make a thumbnail for my tag. Well, okay, I usually call it tag because thumbnail, thumb. Actually, where did she come from? Oh yeah, I just sometimes call it tag, but it's thumbnail making. Look at G came from. For some reason I use G, but again will not say. It's thumbnails for my thumbnail making, and again he looks exactly one of my thumbnails. Maybe even same borrowed background. Okay, somehow I managed to draw myself exactly the same way I did before. Well, maybe they saw me as more slender, but again I think they're exactly the same drawing. You know, I will look for it. If I can find it, I will bloody put link right there. We'll put link to the video I'm talking about. He looks exactly the same way I did that way. So it's like improvements? Yeah, total improvements in my thumbnail making. So for this one, again very simple. For background, just go with random color as much as possible. For negative stuff, I didn't do draw his face. I decided to keep him from the behind because again it's like the way they say to draw characters. For other stuff, yeah. One of the simple thumbnail, because again for this one I didn't want to do something complicated, but I didn't even know what I want to do. Or maybe I could draw my positive self and I style like for beta again. They are sitting on the table like they're doing in the thumbnails of the Alpha Beta one, or what the point of this bonus episode was. I also watched the bonus episode. It was Christmas and all the bonus episode. And I think there's like a new bonus episode which I should watch sooner or later. Probably later. But I think enough they have passed so I can actually start watching it right now. Would not kill me. And once again I kinda ran out of ideas what to watch. Well, how much right now? It's now hard for me to pick what exactly to watch, because I constantly decide to add some new people. Which again will get also more complicated because way more stuff to watch. But on this note, let's get to the next drawing project right bloody now. I've been talking so much that I need some water. So for next thumbnail, it's for my stream of 100 hidden frogs. Okay, mostly because I can do much in this game, so I decided to just draw myself with a frog inside of my nose. And this whole stream was just me speedrunning 110 frogs. Because again, in this game you can't do much, just find an object and there's no way to beat it another way. There's no challenges. All the challenges is you finding frogs, just which are achievements for every frog you find. So the only thing you can do is try to beat this game as fast as possible. Again, like lots of my streams, there was one moment where I bloody was stupid and took super long to do something. It's finding the last frog. And then also, well, there was a couple months that I lost all the frogs and forgot to check other place. And plus also I was find out how blind I am. Also because I usually like focusing on other things and then ignoring other things. Like when I focus on something, I do that only thing and nothing much more. So for the thumbnail, because again it was very simple, and again not much can happen in this gameplay session, unless for example something I would not could predict. I mean, those thumbnails make me predicament what will happen in this game, so that's just what I would plan to do. So for this one, the frog inside of my nose and very googly eyes, because and I want him to do like a very nice version of screaming, so googly eyes is doing nice job for me. This white frog inside of his nose, and again his jaw. Actually I think I like to do a jaw. I've learned to do the jaw which is go outside of the face, which I think I didn't do often. I think I only draw it, okay, there was like a drawing I did, which have the jaw which go outside of the head. Like there's a head shape and then there's jaw which go outside, and like taking the form of the head with it. I have to bloody practice it, it's kinda look nice-ish. For this one again it's very simple, it's again very simple game, that stuff and not much can say. And for that one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail is pretty nice one. Again, simple, but this thumbnail get a new viewer. Unless I would assume it will, maybe the game also. So my gaming channel, I have now 2 subscribers. I hope I will not jinx it, but again, I can already press to lose it. So like, not to be hit as emotional. So for next gameplay session was Lifeless Planet. And for this one, I encounter a new creature, which I called the Burning Bush. And the whole point of this, because again, Burning Bush can mean something else, I did my characters getting stabbed by the burning bush in his own personal bush. And also again, it's my characters in the space outfit, because again we're in space, for different planet, we're not sure is there oxygen or not. Again, they are characters who not very suited as a woman, who have green eyes, so maybe she don't need oxygen to breathe. And maybe there's some oxygen on this planet, and my character just being super safe, careful, and not taking off his suit. But for mostly, again, very simple costume design, which I did for all my characters drawing of Lifeless Planet, basically the same design of the suit, with my logo of the chin on the shoulders instead of American flags, whatever flags characters have there. Oh, I think there's like German one and I'm not sure which one else, because I don't remember the first character we meet, who got killed then. So once again showing my face because I want you to tell it's my voice of self, and the Burning Bush made a very simple design. For background, decided to go with my usual Lifeless Planet background with rocks, sand, and the sky of colors of Lifeless Planet. And again for Burning Bush, again red and brownish or blackish. And again trying to do them like in all direction, like it's back in the game. They are bush. A bush without those leaves. So I tried to do some, well, it's more like a spikes actually. And they're just very close to each other. And then taking the shapes of lightning and whatever there else is there. Trying to do rocks in the rock style, the sky, and again sand and adding some extra lines. At some point I did forget exactly to make the shoulder patch, so I would add them later. I also add some shadows, because actually recently I started adding some shadows. Like I like the idea of some shadows, so now I'm trying to figure out to use some shadows a little bit more. Okay, but some places are exceptions, but other places are specific to shadows. Which even can sometimes look weird, because I'm not sure I'm doing the nice shadows. Almost I'm not gonna do like shading, that stuff I usually... Maybe at some point I will do. Maybe the shadows I just start with me doing some shading effect. I don't know, maybe I'll just slowly doing stuff and then learning myself. I mean, I'm kinda still developing my drawing art style, me drawing in general, so I'm still doing this. It's not over and it will never be over. So for this one, I got also my voice of self asking why, because it's his favorite thing to ask for. On this note, very simple, and again, very lovely. Well, I would say lovely. I mean, in simple, in which way it can still be lovely. Some of them simple, which is not proud at all. Yeah, I would say lovely. Because again, thanks to this one, I get a new subscriber. So I kind of feel much up the emotion to this one now. But on this note, let's go to the next one right bloody now. Okay, so the last panel is my reaction to murder drones. So for this one, not much idea. So decided to do my horse itself jumping off the cake. Because again, I want to do something more important me being naked on the side of the cake. So decided to do a very simple background with my voice of self, horn itself. I give a horn itself when I did like something really weird with his eyes, which I will try to fix. But let's say his head shape is not to my liking. Like let's say for some reason his head shape is not to my liking. Like this head shape I didn't nail it. Okay, but this one I would say it's simple, in which way I think I could do so much better and could do so much nicer. But again, him jumping, no, I fix it right now. But still simple, in which way I would think I could do much better. Well, because it's simple body structure, him not wearing clothes, and him jumping off the cake, Like, surprise, are you having some other type of party? My parties always end with a cake. Something similar to this one. And again, man, the head I kind of fixed, so right now look much better, but again, I would say it's like cheapish in this way, which it could be better. Like for this one, and it's okay with this one. It's not like the worst, but again, it's... I think I explained this word enough, so let's just shut up and move my hood a little bit to my... Well, I kinda look nice in this hood. Also, I kinda look like a nun. Well, none in which way I'm okay with. Okay, I would totally not go in public this way. Like, I would be super embarrassed to go in public in this way, so only at house when I alone, and not with my family members. And drawing the cake, drawing some cake pattern, and trying to make a very big cake. And for, okay, as I noticed my previous drawing of metal drones, that stuff, I kinda did the wrong hood. Like, I did the horny hood in very wrong way. But because I was referencing from Points of 7, what he's doing. I think he have short, but again, it's kinda mixing with his white because it's the same white color for both of them. But for other stuff, yeah, not much can say. Again, decided to draw the cake, didn't draw the legs because the legs would be hidden. But back on decided to do something close to the stage, but again, simplified. All of them are very simplified, let's face it. Also, I think you can hear my chair squeaking. And then it was squeaking because I was moving. And you probably hear it. Yeah, totally hear it. It's a thing you can hear. I know, I checked before. Whenever I bloody move, you can hear this weird noise which sometimes also sounds like a child. Or maybe it's, yeah, or maybe it's my brother, because again, he doesn't make sounds. Okay, for the curtains, was there an original one? Oh, it was my original, just to draw curtains, because I wanted the curtains like a theater. But once again, this one, very self-explanatory, very simple, and lots of that stuff, Not much can say. I also did lots of shading, gradient too, with adding some shadows because it was too bright. And again, okay, I kinda make the cake instead of pink, more dark colors. Again, with this one, very simple, that stuff. So for next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so the next family is family for bridge construction like that, which is again a game which is hard. And I only can like beat on the 2 levels for videos. But for this one, okay, the first level was very simple in my gameplay session. So like, it was me, point of self, in the simplest math equation ever, like chilling, being super cool, like, I'm so smart, while it's the simplest solution ever. And then my point of self trying to solve the hardest solution ever, and like his brain is freaking melted because when I was playing the second level, the suicide have very cool mechanic of tracks moving the bridge and it have to lift and the guy have to jump over it. My brain was literally boiling. Recently my brain started boiling and like literally hurts it. It all started with freaking Hell Take Exam Take a DLC. It was the first time my brain started boiling. And Bridge Construction did it second time. Like for some reason when I do puzzles it starts hurting a lot. Because I'm start dealing with harder puzzles. I mean with puzzle I would say it's always just me doing something random and this randomness sometimes just solve this whole puzzle. Like I think I never bloody well man, sometimes I do things, sometimes I have some thinking pattern but mostly when I do puzzles it's mostly doing one thing, changing it, thinking, changing it again. Or like changing pattern, like something what a robot would do. Did something, did mistake, fix mistake. Try to watch for mistake and doing that stuff. So it's like usually solving puzzles. Again, maybe like puzzles recently get harder. Maybe stop using my brains more often, like overheating literally. My brain literally was hurting, maybe because from this never thinking before. For example, it was much harder because now there's less and that stuff. And the bridge construction, maybe as long as I go, it get harder. Well, this mechanic of tracks was very simple. I was bloody like in this one, kind of like Portal feeling. I think in Portal there was pretty. Although, okay, I remember there was something like bridge construction, which is something like movable bridge. But for this one, for simple equation will be 2 plus 2. And for harder equation, I just googled something hard mathematical equation. I think it was just something. I just copied and pasted it. But I think it was something without a solution. So probably the reason why he's struggling because the solution have no answer. Because you need to put some mathematical numbers there. So I don't know what it is. I don't remember math this often. For the farm, suck at math. In all forms of math, I suck at it. So for this one, it will be my favorite thing to draw is my bloody eyes. With bloody freaking spilling of my eyes. Which again bloody harsh, but I like sometimes edginess. I like edginess, don't judge me. Also a little bit smoke, and literally like brain melting, like how I would picture it. Like the brain literally freaking melting. Like freaking terrifying. And okay, it's not as bloody as I would imagine, but again, pretty bloody and some people probably will not get this. and will even concern about my mental state. I'm fine. Oh man, I watched them as a child and I watched the other thing that Creative Ziv did, so am I fine? I was Mortal Kombat. Well, no, I'm not doing this in reality. I'm pretty calm guy in reality. With exception for some cases, but mostly I'm just calm guy, so don't worry about me. If someone gets from me something, they probably deserve it. So for this one, well, not much can say again, mostly. Well, man, they look different. Both because again I did something like a draw attack I'm going to try doing much more often. And for ice, well, with this one ice is not visible, with this one ice is visible, but again, bloody. For hair, well, hair is pretty close, I would say. And once again, they're covered by map, so it's hard to tell. And the other ears are pretty different. This one is ear is way longer, this one is ear way shorter. And maybe the arms for body structure pretty similar. So for this one, let's go for the next one right bloody now. Okay, so the next thumbnail was for my reaction of Confinement series by Lord Buck. So for this one, okay, I watched the episode with Ice Lady, the sword, and plus bonus with Connor psychological profile. So for this one, the sword guy got me most interesting because there was like the most interesting effect. People getting turned into silver. So I decided to draw more C's in the silver form, with both of me being like, where's my hair, where's my hair? And holding me liking the fact that his cut is still now. And mostly again, okay, first of all, for both of me I decided to draw no beard, because there's no facial hair, no hair at all. While the Horny will have some hair, because he would have a beard. Now with Horny I would say he's totally fine with not having hair, as long as he have some other bonuses to it. And again, he does have other bonuses to it, which I just noticed, which I just said. And the beard will be drawn with marker. And again, the horn and both of me would just freaking be shocked. With other characters, I decided not to draw them because I wanted it to be a fast, fun-made thumbnail. But with the other characters, I would say they just react in the very calm way, like with Moody me not reacting at all, with Greedy me being fine with this one. Because again, he, like usually, hiding half his body, so if he's silver, he would not bloody care. And for next to me, I would say he also will be okay with this one. Maybe a little bit mine, but he wouldn't show it. I decided to draw in the Lord Buck art style, and again, decided to do Horny me, opening a little bit of his belt, a little bit inside of his belt, pelvis, and again, most other stuff. So for this one, he will be in the deep position of emotion, freaking enjoying this one, and mostly again, it's very all simplified. Again, it's like very simple drawing, again, with most of my characters being in different art style, plus in this art style, they don't do much stuff, which again, very simple to do. Like let's say when I just do an art style without some extra details, I can easily do this. With micro differences, like let's say there's always will be micro difference. You can always tell it's not the original one. Again, one of the reasons why chip will never work at freaking studios is an ability to draw same characters multiple times to make them look exactly the same. So for background, decided to mimic the sky of this episode, but I think it's really hard to tell, although it's looked pretty funnish. Now for other stuff, again, as I said earlier, it's very simple. Not much can say. So for the next one, let's go right bloody now. Okay, so we're getting to the end of this video. So for next thumbnail, I was playing the Beneath the Steel Sky, and it was literally the dumbest episode I ever had. First of all, I accidentally saved. First of all, I accidentally start the game from the beginning. And then I accidentally use my save to save at the beginning, and I was stuck at the moment, so I had to beat the game to the point where I was very quickly. And the whole video was just me speed montage and talking when I not speed montage, and mostly just me just repeating this game. So which is bloody sucky because no new content. Which again I have to call it a new episode because there is some new content. There's like I did something like get the materials and then fix the robot. So for this one, most of this whole episode with me just fixing the robot and getting materials. Again, this game is also a very smart game. Well, mostly when you have to just think outside of the box and use items on items and figure out how to use the items. Again, way simpler level than pre-construction, but they still need to think. I would say mostly the problem with this game, you need to be more eye-wide, because some objects are very small, and it's really hard to tell it's supposed to be an object you can grab. It's just like I missed the keys, which I didn't see the first time, so I had to watch for months, and I saw these keys. And then I grabbed the party. But the reason I grabbed it because I was dragging my mouse and accidentally touched them, and saw their existence. And at some point I even used the tutorial to know what to do, or to know that I have to disassemble the robot, because when I was working with robots I couldn't figure out how to freaking disassemble this robot. Apparently I have to freaking talk to Joey. Well, nah, first I have to examine the robot, then talk to Joey, then I can freaking do something with this robot. I can do something with this robot, I don't maybe because I couldn't, maybe because I could not freaking stop the machine. No, I think I tried to stop the machine, although maybe I did skip it. But I would say with lots of my stupidities, it's very easy to fix. Like I check my footage. Lots of mistakes I did on my personal end. Like I think I never used the wrench on the gears, which is to never activate the action of machine being stopping working. And then I never talked to the robot and then talked to Joey. Although it's hard to figure out that you're supposed to do this. And then for other objects again I just missed them. And plus again the save problem was totally my fault. I was at fault. I just thought I just started from the beginning and the game just deleted my files, but it was all me who deleted the files. Well, not really delete, I overwrite the files accidentally. Because again, I getting confused in save games and load games. And I just confused the save game with load game, because I think the save games will give you an option of same right now games, open the games you already have, but no, it's load. Actually, there was a couple of times I actually almost did the same mistake twice. Which I thank God I did not, but I think I was close. Because I confused the button save and load. But on this note, for this one it will be just me doing something stupid, putting the circle one in the square hole. And just holding it. It's one very simple thumbnail, because again it's very simple idea for the thumbnail and idea for the video. And plus again it's what type of video, what type of thumbnails. Very simple video with very simple thumbnails, not much on the video, not much on the thumbnails. So for this one, let's go to the next one right bloody now. Okay, so for next thumbnail it was a reaction for Meta Runner. So I decided to dress my characters. It was like the finale of the first season, when they inside this magic game, where everyone have a mask and plus have some extra costume. But for some reason they also were taking masks very often. So I just decided to draw my characters in the magical outfit which they would have if they were playing this game. With point of me being dressed as a clown, again with his aesthetic I decided to go with a simple design, like first of all mask, something like Twice from Hero Academia. Almost say it was accidental, but it's kinda looked like this one. And he also will have a mix of yellow and green colors, and again this clown thinks, well he's just, well not a clown, he's more of a jester. And he accidentally stepped his foot with the icicle, and he like kneeling down to hold his wound, with legs going behind him, and one leg just being on top of the body. And also again for colors green and yellowish, and just decided to keep blue eyes so you could tell it's him. Otherwise I could actually go with different colors, so I decided to go with this one so you easily can tell it's supposed to be him. Now for other characters next to me will just be his normal suit with a mask, because he also been in his suit, just with some adds on. Decided to put some little, okay, for Jester point of view decided to put some, well yeah, decided to put lots of this Jester attributes, at least simple to this one, with grey gloves. With next to me, okay, he kinda look weird because again he look pretty thick, and plus the mask is look weird to me. Maybe I should do it on the whole face, like cover its full face. It's kinda like in all Robin mask. Robin have this mask which is not connected to his head at all. Like just stick to his face and that's it. Well, Batman probably have some compressive technology which just creates sticky materials. But I have decided for Greedy Me, he will be something like a thief. Instead of his normal hood, it will be just Rex, with his mask being like just Rex in white and black mixed together. Him again wearing another mask, similar to Positive, but again without opening to the skin. With Moody Me being in the same way he is, because he already wearing a mask, so I doubt he will change his outfit that much. And for Horny Me, it's his normal outfit, just adding some mask inspiration to Asmodeus. In the colors, and okay, originally I was thinking about giving him a mask, and with a little goat and little bull, like Asmodeus would have to represent his lustiness. But I think I did the goat, or the bull is not as easy to tell it's supposed to be a bull, so I would say just like second eye or maybe something like this. Because I tried to perspect both perspectives for this one, which will be horn, which will be this, but again it's really hard to tell it's supposed to be a bull. And again, for colors I decided to do like full time Asmodeus, or mix of this one. And also again for powers, well, reading, well the active me will not show any powers, while the greedy me will show this fire power. The moody me will shoot from the finger because it's like the most innocent ability which was shown in the show. Because again I want him to be both scary and innocent. And again we Horny Me using the fingers to do this positive hand gesture, and we all know what we're gonna do with these fingers in his free time. So kinda there will be joke inside of this one. Also will be text bubble, because I like making text bubbles. Make my comics in the form of comics. Like did little stroll on the sleep of Moody Me. Again basically the same outfit. With Greedy Me I sadly missed it. Well I did this effect of a finger, which I like to do. And he creates something like a fire, but create fire on separate layers. And again, for arms, well, not much. Again, mostly it's all what I usually use, so it's already been talked, and nothing special I can say. Actually, I don't know, I got a very magical outfit right now. With my normal outfit, I just adding some mask. Well, okay, if I wear a mask, it will be marked my voice, so I will totally not wear a mask. So this hood should be enough for you. Actually, man, I can dig in this hood. Maybe I will keep it, maybe it will be my new gimmick. Or maybe I will just, I'm not sure, maybe, man, I maybe will keep it too close to me, then I will go to wear it. Or maybe I should wear up my scarves. I think I have scarves, which is football scarves from some unknown country, which I'm not sure because I'm not a fan of football, and not sure why I have the scarf. And it's not in my language country, so I can totally, although can I totally wear it? Maybe it's something offensive, but I don't even know it. You know, let's see, maybe I will also add some scarf there. For freaking fully go magical style. For Mujimi, okay, I did change his art design a little bit. Instead of his normal belt with hair, I decided to give him something like a rope belt. Like it's his normal outfit, but medievalist. And again, just instead of belt, this will be this golden rope. They're on the fingers in the unique position that we'll know what he will use for. And again, him like ignoring these fingers. For mask, okay, this purple thing is supposed to be like something like a bull horn. Nah, this circle on top is supposed to be a bull horn. And this purplish is supposed to be his eyes, but again, it's really hard to tell. It's supposed to be a bull. Maybe it's supposed to be a goat. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like if you look in this way, I will totally draw it in the way it's easy to tell. But also again, man, I give him a chest hair and then covered by text bubble. To be fair, I almost forget drawing giving him a chest hair. I think his chest hair will be something I want to do, but sometimes can easily forget to do. So for other stuff, text bubble hide lots of stuff. And mostly again, okay, not lots of stuff, but some stuff I'm okay with not being visible. So for that stuff, actually, Greedy Me kinda look like he's mine. Well, just the might past. Because I removed the G's, none of them have the letters, instead of Moody Me, because Moody Me have a letter on his back. But the Greedy Me, oh man, Active Me also have the letter, but it's hidden under his arms and by the text bubble. But for the characters, they basically have no letters. And for Greedy Me, you can see his body, like he's not wearing jacket, you can see his neck. Although you can always see his neck. Although his neck is something random you can see. For other stuff, decided to give him very simple outfit, so I would consider a rock outfit. And for other stuff, yeah, not much can say. I would say the plan of thick, but the thick in which way I'm okay with. So for next drawing we should go, it will be our last drawing for today. Let's bloody go. Okay, so for next thumbnail is thumbnail for this video, and because I know I would wear this, and I totally will explain why I'm wearing this, it's be me having the worst hair. Well, I try to mimic my hair right now, which is will be my sis. My sis is not head because he's missing his iconic hair. And he just depressed sitting on the chair with no eyes and full blackness on his screen. And mostly again, simple background with the floor and him sitting on the chair and plus very simple background. Okay, with the hair. Okay, when I notch my hair, I try to do what I usually do with me doing this one. I bloody hate the way it's looking, literally. I was freaking mad. I was really mad when I saw my hair because it's not a hair I like. Like I didn't freaking like this hair. Like I did not like this hair. Well, right now, thinking much better, but again, mostly, you can only like mess with it once. And if you mess with it again, it will look terrible. Like I gonna mess with it once and I cannot touch it anymore. And look, yeah, I kind of like find a way which I like. I like my new old hair because I can do lots of stuff with this one. This one, I can do lots of stuff, and usually when I mess with them, they look not so great, and I get depressed. And literally, okay, let's say that was a bad part of me. I kind of want to throw a tantrum. Like I'm like a child. I want to scream. I want to do that stuff. I want to throw a tantrum. As a grown man, I think it's like bloody stupid to do nothing. But for some reason, I really want to do this. Like I want to break stuff and want to do this one. Which again will not bloody solve my problems. I just will be having breaking stuff. And again, it kind of showed me a little bit more as a person because I can build challenges sometimes. And like me being challenges is the thing I hate. No, Rich, I want to do this. Well, now I can understand some. Okay, like you know, I sometimes watch Reddits for my background, so it's hidden stories about people who break stuff. And I'm like freaking, are you an idiot? How do you feel breaking stuff will freaking help you? But now I freaking know this stuff. Now I know these people. Now I know these people a little bit more. I can relate to them. Because I think I have enough self-control to not do this. Because I realize it's not so problem, just creating more problems. Like again, there was a fight between childish version of me and a responsible version of me. And a positive and negative me. Well, now having enough free will, kinda waited to slide a little bit. Well now, and again, I still bloody don't like this hair. Again, explain why in the beginning, so explain all in the beginning. Like I was holding my emotions really hard. Well, I would assume I was holding it very hard. I'm kind of disappointed myself now. Because again, I let such strong weakness of mine. Okay, I know I didn't do nothing, but I was thinking about doing something. Which I would say a freaking weakness of mine. Since again, I like to imagine myself, understand myself very much and being able to control myself. Well, now, I'm not able to control myself at all. I'm just being weak and human. Well, not like it's a bad thing, but again, being human and being a petty human. Which again, people will not like and no one wants to see. Oh, but hiding your emotions is also not good. You don't hide your flaws, you acknowledge them and then decide what to do with them. Either keep them, either evolve from them, either acknowledge that you have them and being careful in your life. And that stuff, other stuff. On this note, yeah, I hope you liked my thumbnails. Well, for now I would say a couple. Well, I would say these thumbnails are way better than previous thumbnails. With some exceptions, but again, most of them are good. For other stuff, not much can say, so go to my social media, go to my other two channels so you can watch the videos for which thumbnails belong to. And again, yeah, go to my Patreon, which I my earlier. I'm not gonna tell the prices, so you have to go to watch yourself. Have other stuff, for other stuff. Have a nice day. Roll the end screen. Bye bye.